Hi guys, Johnny Good here for Real Home Studio. Today taking a look at Super Massive, the delay reverb modulation plugin from Valhalla. And just before we dive straight in, I want to remind you guys to please like and subscribe. And as always, if you've got something to say, please do drop it in the comments box below. So here we are with Super Massive from Valhalla. It does reverb, delay, does modulation. If you don't have a delay plugin, I'm going to say off the bat, go and grab this right now. It's an excellent plugin. Does not feel free at all in any way. If you know Valhalla as a plugin producer, they've got some excellent, very highly regarded plugins in their collection, and that this one is free is just a real beaut. So go grab it. And indeed, if you have got delay and reverb plugins and modulation plugins, it's still worth going to grab this plugin because it just sounds great. Not only does it sound great, but it's really nice to use, as are the other Valhalla plugins. It's just very intuitive, very easy to get to the sounds that you want. It's got some excellent sounding presets, and it's kind of fun to use too. Not too complicated at all. So let's just dive in and take a look at Valhalla Super Massive. On the left here, we've got a mix knob and a width knob. Next to it, you've got your standard delay knob, and you can choose between time, note, dotted and triplets. Next to that, you've got this warp control. Now, what's kind of handy if you don't understand any of these knobs as you're working around is that Valhalla give you a very handy guide just down here as you hover them over the different controls. So you can see under warp, it says adjust the delay lengths relative to the delay settings. So you can really have a play around with the warp control once you've got your delay setting where you want it. So you can just, fine tune the length a little bit more. Next to the warp control, we've got the feedback and density, modulation rate and depth, and we've also got a high and a low pass filter too. Now underneath the knobs we've got these kind of cool mode controls. Now rather than your typical chamber and hall, Valhalla have gone for constellations, Gemini and Hydra. Quite like the sound of the Great Annihilator. So you can check these out in depth more on the Valhalla website. And next to the modes you've got a whole bunch of really usable presets. So you've got the presets down here in the main categories, and then they break down further into other categories, and they break down finally to your presets. So actually you've got quite a big bundle of presets, and they're very usable. So if you're working with a synth, you can go to the synth category and then have a choice through those presets and then fine tune the preset after then. And of course, if you want something a bit more standard, you can go into something like dotted or eighth and find your way that way. So it's very easy to get started. And again, if you're new to delays, that you've got these very good sounding presets as well as the descriptions as you get on. It makes Valhalla Super Massive a real great plugin if you're just starting out. Okay, let's kick Super Massive off with a little bit of dotted eighth on a guitar. So let's just have a listen to the guitar with Super Massive off. Okay, and I'm going to go for the Gemini setting, which is kind of like the most basic setting. I've set it to dotted eighth. Let's just switch on Super Massive and take a listen. Of course, if we want more or less, we can dial in the mix. If things get a bit crazy, take your mix down and just clear and start again. It's very nice to use. In the mix. So of course, if you choose that you want something a little bit more interesting, you can get into the presets. We'll go into echoes, we'll go into guitar, we'll take a listen to reverse eighth note. That sounds interesting. You can see it's changed the mode to Andromeda. And let's just take a listen to what it's done. So we've absolutely got some long reverb, as it says there in the description below. Take you through another preset. Let's go for another dotted preset. Let's listen to dotted eighth orbits. We're now using the Hydra mode with double echoes and a long decay. Sounds good, actually. Let's listen to that in the mix. That works great. Okay, so now I just want to show you through some of the modes available on Super Massive. They really do sound great, so I just wanted to demonstrate them to you with some very simple piano. So here's a few chords. Let's switch on Super Massive. We're on Capricorn mode. Got to try out the Great Annihilator. Really ethereal. And of course what's great is when things get too much, you can just hit the clear button. Let's start again. Of course you can play around with the delay, you can switch into time. And alter the length with the warp control. Really cool. It's a great sounding plugin. It's topping a lot of best free plugins lists right now, and for good reason. Valhalla stuff is just great. It sounds great. Not only is it capable of doing, I'm going to call them a little bit gimmicky kind of delay stuff, it's also very capable of being a bit of a workhorse for you and getting those straightforward delays into your projects as well. So it's a very wide usable plugin. Unbelievable it's for free. As I say, if you don't have a delay plugin, if you don't have a plugin like this, it's an absolute no-brainer to go and grab this, download it and get using it in your projects. I hope you found that review useful today. If you did, please remember to like, subscribe, but most importantly, make sure you have yourself a great day.